Hey, this is Coach Harvey Burnett of the Peoria Inner City Track. You know, I go by so many titles. Coach Burnett, Pastor Burnett, whatever. I've been called everything but a child of God by many people, so it really doesn't matter to me what you call me. But I wanted to come to you today to really discuss, or to really kind of put down some information regarding sports injuries and performance and different things like that. Since I've been coaching here, which has been for a number of years, and it's been a number of years after that, after I started, that I actually really dedicated myself to information and knowledge of the sports that I coach, which is basketball and track and field. And having been an avid basketball player as well as a track and field performer, I wanted to make sure that I was giving the best instructions possible to our young people. And that's the point of my, I guess, dissatisfaction or disgust as we look at the condition or circumstance of modern coaching today. We have many individuals that have not dedicated themselves, unfortunately, to the best information or the best possible knowledge. I know everybody, talks about, going up to a Division I program or going up to a pro program, how much they would coach and how good they would be at it. But let me tell you what, if you are not good at a lower level, if you're not good with youth coaching, I don't really believe that you can be that successful at a higher level. And the reason is because if you overlook the principles, the physiology, instructions on physiology, the physiological differences between age groups, if you don't study those type of things, if you don't study how movement is developed, the energy systems of the body, and learn how to relate those things to track and field training, then I don't think you're going to be that successful of a coach, no matter what level. Of course, you're always going to have exceptions. You're going to have people that are good in spite of your coaching ability or prowess, but at the same time, you're going to have other people who fall through the cracks. And my disgust in this particular broadcast is the injury that we see, or injuries that we see happening multiple times among our youth athletes. Our youth athletes are far too damaged in these lower level programs, in grade school programs and also in high school programs. Our athletes are sometimes receiving not only season-ending injuries, but sometimes career-ending injuries through these programs where the coaching has been inadequate and inept. And that's just the plain truth of the matter. As a track and field coach, one of the things that I hang my hat on is that when we implemented the programs that I had studied out that were beneficial to the growth, health, and development of our athletes and beneficial to their performance, what we saw was that performance increased and there was no injuries at all. The injuries related to the sprint training and development that I was doing were minimal. Of course, everybody has sore muscles, and that's because many times they don't know how to work out the lactic acid out of those muscles, and sometimes people have to get in shape and all that type of stuff. So everybody's going to have that. But I'm talking about tears, muscle tears, severe strains, ligament issues, all kinds of soft tissue injuries. Those things are uncalled for, and they show a lack of training and development, and that's not the athlete's fault. The athlete can only do what the coach leads them into doing. And unfortunately, many of our coaches, they don't know any more than just to tell the athletes to get out and run. This is one of the differences, and one of the things that I've tried to do over the years at Peoria Inner City is try to teach athletes what to do, and also to tell them to integrate those particular plans within their regular high school and even grade school programs. And any athlete, every athlete that's followed through our program and have implemented those things have increased performance. Everyone. Now that we've had some that's come, and I don't know what they come for. They just come, I guess, to look around, kick the tires or whatever, or halfway participate, or some got discouraged because maybe they thought that they had one level of talent and found out that they had to really work in order to make that talent real. I don't know, but some that didn't follow through, and they, it's just like shake and bake. You put it in a bag, shake it up, and you get whatever comes out. But those athletes that have followed through the program and followed through our training recommendations and have actually worked and implemented those things in their personal plans, their performance has increased, their injuries have been mitigated, lowered the amount of injuries, repetitive use injuries have gone down, and all of that, because running fast is more than just getting somebody out on the track and telling them to run a mile and go as fast as you can, or whatever the case is. And some of these things that I'm hearing about some of our local track programs here in Peoria are just totally atrocious. Many of these coaches don't know how to do speed development. They don't know the difference between the dynamic warm-up and the static warm-up, and when to implement each one. Many of them have no clue as of the energy systems, which energy system to train for what race, and how to get into that type of training and development. And these are things that are just vital to the sport of track and field. Track and field, as I've said in many other venues, and to those parents that bring their kids to the club over the next 15, 20 years, many colleges, universities, or whatever, are going to be investing heavily in their track and field programs. And so this means that there's a window and door of opportunity, of scholarships, grants, whatever the case is, recruitments, even at a Division III level, that are available for athletes that all they have to do is prepare themselves for, and they can walk into some beautiful open doors and really set up the rest of their career. And so I'm on a fight, I guess, against coaching malpractice, because I know how vital a coach is to making these things happen. Listen, I was recruited by the best of them: LSU, Xavier, ISU. Man, I can name a handful more that recruited me. And I know what coaching malpractice is, because my coach never came to me after handing me those letters, never came to me and sat down with me once and said, son, okay, let's see which one of these colleges match up more closely or best for you and your vision and goal. And that's somebody who's been lauded around Peoria as being a great coaching mind. But those things are uncalled for. We can be better than that, and we can show our children, our young people, how to be better and how to prepare themselves for competition in a much better way. So what I wanted to say, number one, for those of you youth athletes looking to really understand the sport of track and field, you find your way, whatever way that you can, to get to the Peoria Inner City track and field. Starting June 1st, we will begin our practices at and registration and practices at Peoria Manual High School. We'll be at 811 South Griswold. For those of you who are out of town, look that up on Google. You can find it also on Facebook that you're looking at this video on, and also probably on our website, Peoria Inner City Track. I think it's Wix now, Wix.com, Peoria Inner City Track. But nevertheless, check us out. Become a part of the club. Don't worry about money, okay? Listen, everybody's worried about money. Coach, can I do this? I don't have money. And listen, parents, it's shame on you. Spend money every place else, and you see your child has a desire to be a part of the track club. Spend some money on making them a part of the track club. But if you don't spend money and they want to learn track, I'm going to get them in there one way or another, and we're going to train them, even if I have to go out and get some sponsors and other people to help pay for their place, because we can't let good talent sit around and go to waste. So we're serious about what we're doing. We're not out competing against anybody else, even though the name of our game is competition. So if somebody wants to compete, hey, we'll compete. We'll put our athletes out there once they've been trained, and I guarantee you that their performance will be next to the best. So we want to make sure that if you want to be a part of this club, go to the website, sign up. June 6th is Olympic Day. We're going to try to kick that off. This is a USATF adventure, and we will be at Manual somewhere. We'll have to work that out somewhere along the line, whether it's on the track or not. But nevertheless, we'll have Olympic Day there, and preferably we'll have a guest, one of the Team USA Olympians, or one of the individuals associated with that team that will be with us on Olympic Day. That's June the 6th. That'll be free. You can come to that. Also, starting that same day, throughout the rest of that week to June 10th, will be our track camp. Listen, I want you there, whether you're a jumper, long jumper, high jumper, sprinter, 800, 400, even if you're running a 3200, 1600, whatever it is, be there, because we want to build up. If you want to be a part of this club, we want to be able to take you also to the Junior Olympics in Lisle, Illinois at the end of June. I don't have the date right in front of me right now, but go to the website and look up our schedule and calendar, and you'll see that there. Some athletes don't want to run in competition. Yes, we'll have to find a way to pay for your slot on the club, whether you run in competition or not. But if you don't want to run in competition, we'll be glad to train you to be your best, so the next year, next school season or next competition phase, you will be ready. Other athletes, you're playing football. If they let you off that football field long enough to really work on some speed mechanics, we'll do it cheaper than anybody else around here and do it better. Oh yeah, we know we've got places that charge up to $500 for 3 hours worth of speed and development training. For $75, we are the best deal in town. We'll give you the best techniques. You'll have some good equipment to work with, and the things that you learn from us are scientifically sound. We'll teach you the techniques of them, and let you run forward like that. So, there's really no reason to not be a part of the Peoria Inner City Track and Field Club if you are serious about track and field athletics and improving performance in your sport, and being a vital or integral part of your team. And listen, I don't coach at any high school right now. I was a former coach at a local high school, but we're doing some things differently here until the Lord says different. But right now, I don't care whether you're from Central, whether you're from Richwoods, whether you're from Chillicothe, whether you're from Metamora. In fact, I want the best athletes possible to come be a part of this club, and so that we can introduce you to some top-notch competition and get you on the way and improve your skills. I believe this, a rising tide raises all boats. And that's no mark on our friends down in Houston that are suffering right now and down in Dallas. But, when the water comes in, everything raises. And we want to make sure that every athlete that wants to run, that wants to compete around our area is top-notch, second to none. All right? This is Coach Burnett. Listen, I'm signing off for now. But I'll be with you here shortly, give you an update as we get closer to our June 1st start date. Get those registrations sent in now. Yeah, we've got some new uniforms coming up and all that type of stuff for this year. But get those registrations sent in now. If you need help, call us at 309-839-1364 or email me at dunamis1@netzero.com. All right, good people. God bless you real good. And we'll talk to you later on.